let's start by can you kind of walk us through what happened today?
In the early morning hours, a phone call was received requesting for the state police to come to the residence on West Lane. Prior to our arrival, we made a telephonic phone call to him to try to ascertain exactly what the reason was he wanted us here. At which point we responded. We tried to get him to come to the door. He would not come to the door or come out and talk to the troopers. At that point, we initiated a possible barricaded subject. We began communications with him. Communications lasted through the day, and eventually the subject did come out onto his roof. Negotiations were then with the SORT team on the ground, as well as the New York State Police Bureau of Criminal Investigation negotiators. At one point, he was throwing papers off the roof and eventually started a fire on his own house in the garage, which spread to the house. At that point, when the house was on fire, he did surrender himself to the New York State Police SORT team, the Special Operations Response Team. He was taken into custody without any further incident. His name is Leonard A. Zentera. He's 51, of 430 West Lane. At this point in time, he's been taken down for questioning to try to ascertain exactly why this whole situation started. That's about it.
Was anyone hurt?
Nobody was hurt. His dog was recovered from inside of the house. Obviously took a lot of smoke inhalation, was administered oxygen by the fire department, and returned to the subject's spouse.
Any charges pending, or is that basically...
At this point in time, we are looking to see what charges would be there. He did set the house on fire, so obviously that would be something to look at.
We heard at least one loud boom just short of prior to seeing the smoke. Was that related to the fire?
That I don't know. I didn't hear that. I was on the scene myself. However, there was some ammunition in the house that had been going off. It was more like small ammunition.
So he did have some weapons?
He didn't have any weapons.
Just ammunition?
In the house. There was no firearms whatsoever, just ammunition.
Okay, because it looked like one of the officers was carrying out what appeared to be a rifle in evidence.
No, there wasn't a rifle. There was absolutely no firearms in the house.
He gave himself up peacefully to officers?
Once he started the house on fire, at that point in time, he gave himself up peacefully to officers.
Did he indicate what this was about, what he was looking for, or what he hoped to accomplish?
That's what we're trying to ascertain at this time, to find out exactly what the call was for, and again, why the situation escalated to where it did, where he set the house on fire.
I'm sorry, I think you already told us this, but what time did the call come in initially?
I don't have the initial time. I know it was in the early morning hours, someplace between 2:30 and 3
a.m.
Okay. Yeah.
Initially, and then when the officers responded here, it was close to 5 to 5:30 when we were on scene here. It started a little bit earlier than that.
Was he the only one in the residence?
He was the only person in the residence, yes.
Sergeant Private, does this man have any sort of a history with the Lewiston Police?
No history to speak of other than some common things, nothing of this nature to lead us to believe that this would ever be a situation that we would have to deal with in the past. Not with us, not with our contact with him, no.
Is he going to receive any type of psychiatric evaluation? Is there concern
That's
about
to
that?
be determined, and I'm sure that'll be looked at possibly.
Is the fire contained at this point?
Yes, the fire is contained at this point, and they're just going through making sure that there's nothing in the region.
Okay, and with regard to the neighbors, are they clear to come back to their residences now?
They should be very soon.
Okay.